Hey y'all, it's Nitty coming back for another story time. This story time is going to be a good story time. It has been highly requested by my own circle for me to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump straight into it. For many people that already know me know that I got married very young. I was 22 years old when I got married, and um, I was marrying my best friend. I thought, um, greatest little love story ever. We dated for about 9 months, and then we ended up getting married November 1st, 2012. But shortly after that, we moved into our apartment, and at the time I was working at a hotel. And I was helping him find a closer job because at the time he was working farther out. So I'm on the computer one night at work because I didn't have much to do, and I was sending his resume out. He was at home with our 2-year-old daughter at the time. She's actually my daughter, but she's his daughter by love. So, anyway, I'm sending out resumes and doing all that I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm on his email, and I know he be on Twitter 24/7, so I wasn't even tripping. But this name just kept popping up, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I went to go click on a link through an email, and I accidentally clicked on the Twitter message that was coming through the email. Um, I really wasn't paying attention, but when I looked, the first thing I saw was, "What time do your wife get off work?" Bitch, what? So, me being the person that I am, I instantly turned up. Instantly. I got on the phone, I called my coworker, like, hey, I need you to come in, like, and finish this little hour and a half I have left. It's like 10 something at night. And where I worked at the time was about 15 minutes away from my house. I got home in 4.2. No lie, 4 minutes. I was doing like 60, 70 plus the speed limit on the highway. I mean, for real, if I wasn't doing at least 90 trying to get home to catch some things up, I was doing 90. So I finally get home, and I know I'm mad. I know I'm turned. So I'm like, let me not act a fool. So I go in, I get my daughter, and I just like, hey baby, come with mommy. We're gonna get our stuff and have a sleepover at TT house. Meanwhile, he don't know that I know what's going on. And so he like, what's going on? Why are you leaving? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what time your wife get off? And he's just looking at dumbfounded, just like, um, well, um, no, ain't no fool. You already been caught up. So I took my baby and we dipped, and I sat there with my sister. We drank wine and chit chatted. And the next morning I got up to go and have a conversation with him. And when I walk in the door, it's 7 o'clock, mind you, 7 o'clock in the morning. This fool is sitting in the living room on the floor, no TV on, just sitting there listening to the birds chirping or something. Why are you sitting there like that? I get irritated too fast, but so we sat and had a conversation, and what he said was she was a friend that he been on since high school, and blah blah blah. Wasn't like that. I don't like when people lie to me, and I typically can tell when people are lying. So I'm like, okay, so if she's just a friend from high school, why don't I know her? I don't know her. Come to find out, they dated for 2 years. Huh? And you brought. He said she never came in the house. That he went outside to talk to her in her car. Smoke with her in her car. So where's the 2-year-old little girl at? Oh, in the house by herself. He said she was asleep. So you just go outside and just come, y'all. Patience is running really thin with this conversation that I'm having with this young man, and I'm trying to understand the logic behind it because the way you're describing it to me makes me think that you're absolutely nuts. Why would you do something like that? Needless to say, that was one of many situations that caused me to be at the point that I was just like, maybe marriage just ain't for us. Okay? But I'm telling you, that right there was just like a pillar of rock that hit me like, you would do what? You trifling, fam. Like the young lady that I used to be before I became the sweet angel that I am now would dog walk you and your boys up and down the street. I would just act really revengeful. I would do so many bogus things to you. But because I'm growing up, I have kids, I have respect for myself, I would say that utmost to say, I don't need to get no revenge. You're going to feel salty anyway because I'm the one that held it down. So I'm not even tripping on that aspect. It's just the disrespect and the fact that you give people the benefit of the doubt and you give them chance after chance and they just still just be tripping. So, yeah. Now we're 3 years, almost 4 years into a marriage that is ending in a divorce, which I really don't feel bad about. I feel cool. Like, I really, like, when people hear me say that, they be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But no, you would be sorry to hear what I went through during the marriage versus what life, what abundant life that I will have after this. Because, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, marriage is hard work, but you have to find the person that loves you more than they love themselves in order to be able to accomplish a successful marriage. There's a lot of sacrifice and that's a lot of work. But if you don't know how to sacrifice, if you don't know how to be selfless, it's going to be tight. For real, it's going to be tight. It's going to have you tight. It's going to have you in situations where you just messed up, like losing weight, stressing out, being sick.